Love playing Standard on Magic Online? Check out Academy's Standard Bot in the Magic Online Classifieds for Standard Singles.
Okay, round 2 against Mr. the Architect. Would I like to play first? Of course. Won the die roll. This hand could be better. Like, I'd prefer this to be any other 4-drop, honestly, but it still has a Voyaging Satyr and a land that comes into play untapped, so it's pretty good, all things considered. And I have no idea what my opponent's playing, so I guess I'll just have to wait until see what he plays. If he's playing mono black, this hand's, I don't know, fine. I'm always a little hesitant having a Xenagos God of Rebels. I'm gonna keep that on top, I think. I want the 5th land for this Stormbreath Dragon. Xenagos God of Rebels never seems to do very much against mono black, so if he goes like Swamp, Tormented Hero, I wouldn't be looking forward to this match. What sucks is I don't have a Courser. Courser is really good against mono black. The card I haven't drawn this daily yet, Course of Griffix, so it looks like he's on white-red heroic, which I don't actually have a good hand for right now. But if I'm lucky, he'll use a removal spell on this Voyaging Satyr instead of developing his board. I could always draw an untapped land, but that seems pretty unlikely. Stormbreath Dragon is very good against their deck, since they, as far as I can recall, they don't have any blue removal. They just have all enchantments and auras. Blocking this seems pretty poor. Though, maybe I should have thought about it a little more. Blocking it and taking a God's Willing out of his hand probably doesn't do very much, since my goal is just to go over top of him, instead of like God's Willing him out of the game. So I'll just jam a Temple of Abandon and get my Scry on. Cursor, extremely good. I want to keep it. It gives you a lot more room to work with, a lot more wriggle room. Next turn, depending on what he plays, white-red heroic is not something I often see. Actually, I haven't seen it at all since the format started. It's mostly just been white-blue. So if he bolts my guy, I'm honestly not sure what he could be playing. So he's got Hero of Erois, and he's probably going to enchant, maybe, with a Flame Breath guy? Or deal of Porphyros. Okay, that works too. So that's going to kill my Satyr. But I can put the Stormbreath Dragon on defense duty, and he's not getting through that Stormbreath Dragon. I can tell you for sure. So this turn it looks like I'm just going to play... I could play Pulse Crusher, but I think I get more value out of playing Cursor. That way I can draw a card, potentially. Or show him my Lightning Strike, which is a pretty good draw. Another reason I like Cursor is I get to plan my draws much better. So I'm not going to bottom with this Temple. Another cool thing you can do is save your Temples with the Cursor in play. You can always yield to that Cursor. And I'll keep the Lightning Bolt on top. Thank you very much. Though I will have to take some damage from that favorite Hoplite next turn. So my next turn, I'll likely only have 4 mana up, so I can either play Lightning Strike or play Pulse Crusher, since I assume he's going to kill my Satyr with his Ordeal. I don't like it when the board gets flooded with these like little lines that clip the cards, but anyway. What could he be doing here? He's probably got like, trying to think of what cards he could have in his deck, like maybe Titan Strength, Arena Athlete. What's the red-white one? And Enax and Cymede. I strongly doubt he has any. What are the Born in the Gods cards he could play? I'm trying to think of one. Oh, Eidolon of Countless Battles. And this card, obviously. Brimaz, maybe? Brimaz actually seems pretty good in this deck. Brimaz is a 3/4, so I'm not killing that with Lightning Strike. I'm pretty much not killing that with anything but Chain to the Rocks, which I would board in. I board in all my removal spells against the little deck. Of course, I don't board in Hunt Hunter, but I also get Glare of Heresy. If you can just turn into a control deck against the heroic deck, they don't have enough reach to deal with you. And it appears like... No, I haven't disconnected. So there's the Eidolon of Countless Battles, which makes it a 4/4, I think. Maybe a 5/5? 7/7. Holy crap. How's it that big? Oh, it counts auras as well. Okay, so it's a 7/7. Fair enough. He's not attacking with the... What? I guess I'll just take it. I'm not sure why he didn't attack with the Hoplite. Because he could have just killed my Satyr. But he didn't, for some reason. So I'm actually going to bottom this Stormbreath Dragon. Because I want to try and draw an Elspeth. Or another Storm... actually, Stormbreath Dragon's really good in this matchup. I'll probably just keep it. In case he gets rid of this one. Stormbreath Dragon, pass turn. He could have Chain to the Rocks. That doesn't work on Stormbreath Dragon. I don't know why I keep thinking that. But basically now I get to block his hero for free. And if there's a land on top of my library that comes into play untapped, next turn, like a 4-star mountain, I can actually Monstrosity and kill it for free. Well, probably not since he'll play a creature, but, you know, I can dream. So what's he got for me? Well, another Ordeal. I don't know if those stack or not, so I don't remember how the triggers work. I'm pretty sure you can kill my Stormbreath Dragon with them though, since it doesn't give it to the creature. Yeah, so it makes that very large, and he can kill my Stormbreath Dragon. Then I'll be taking a lot of damage. I think I'm gonna have to block his hero, unfortunately. An Everflame Eidolon, which gives it fire breathing. So it's a very large creature. I thought it was weird he didn't attack last turn, but maybe he planned it out for my Stormbreath Dragon or something. I'm not sure. So I lost my cursor. Play the Stormbreath Dragon, and hope he doesn't have any auras, I think, to enchant his other Hoplite, because that would kill me if he enchants a Hoplite with an Ordeal. Or if he removes my Voyaging Satyr. He's just going to attack. And I'm still pretty bad position, because it gets in for at least one. Yeah, and he could bolt me at any time. No, just gonna play more creatures. Yep, I'm dead. That's unfortunate. That's fine though. The game 1 matchup's supposed to be bad. In all honesty, take out these Xenagoses. I take out some Polish Crushers, and I board in 3 Glare of Heresy, 2 Magma Jet, Chain to the Rocks. I could see boarding in more Xenagos, but Xenagos is a little slow. Might want to take out one of these Voyaging Satyrs. Makes my deck a little slower, but with this many 2-drops that I want to be playing, I don't think I need another Satyr. Or I possibly take out another one for putting in a Xenagos or a Polish Crusher. I don't have very many threats anymore. I just have the Pelucranoses and the Stormbreath Dragons. Is that fine though? I think that's still fine. Yeah. I should have at least considered the Unravel. I think Unravel is much better against blue-white than it is against red-white though. Since blue-white doesn't have as much reach, I would love to play first. This hand's fine. I have a Magma Jet, and I can play it on his Fabled Hero or something. I've also got a Lightning Storm, or Strike. So I'm looking for that third land, since I actually need to draw lands this game. Temple's pretty good. If he plays a favorite hoplite, I'm just going to Magma Jet it. I'm not going to give him a chance to... Actually, we'll give him a chance to enchant it, since that would waste a God's Willing, I think. And it's probably not worth it. Probably should have just Magma Jet it. If he plays a hero... I'll let the favorite hoplite won me forever. Like, I don't want to trade Magma Jet for heroes. God's Willing, I mean. Glare Fiercy I can't cast, so I'm going to bottom that. And hoping for a temple or a white land of some sort. Drawing another Pelucrinus was not the ideal. So he's suiting it up with an Ordeal. I'll try to Magma Jet it, but I think he has a God's Willing. Oh, he doesn't have a God's Willing. Well then, I'm going to bottom this Satyr and top the mountain. That was unexpected. So he just doesn't get a turn. Well, that's pretty good for me. So now I have a Pelucrinus against his empty board. Pelucrinus is very good against aggro decks. Maybe I should put another Pelucrinus on my board instead of a Mistcutter / Arbor Colossus. Gives me another threat, gives me some sort of removal, but I would need to like trim some cards, I think. I've drawn a lot of red-green lands, which is pretty lucky, but it would be nice to draw some white sources at some point. Xenagos will keep on top, but I don't know what he's doing with his turns. He's going to Divine Verdict me here? That would be absurd. I don't think I care. I can just play another Pelucrinus. Yeah. Okay. The draft signaling the 4-mana pass. I mean, he could have Stormbreath Dragon on his following turn. That's a little top-heavy for his deck, but I mean, I haven't seen Red Right, so it's possible he can just like have it. I assume he's going to enchant this up with something. Nope, nothing. What was on top of my library? Xenagos? Yeah, I want to get that out, so I'm just going to bolt this. I could have actually Pelucrinused it. That would have been actually way better. And honestly, I'm not sure why I bolted it. But, you know? Yeah, we're just going to ignore that. So I don't think Sylvan or Voyaging Satyr is that good in this matchup, since I still have 4 Sylvan Characters. I haven't drawn this card ever, but I assume it's in my deck somewhere. And I'll put in like another... I want to put another Pelucrinus, but maybe Polis Crusher is what I want. And by Polis Crusher I mean Xenagos, since it makes multiple creatures, if it lives. This hand has Glare, and if this was a forest I'd keep it, but with just a Temple of Triumph and 2 mountains, like this hand's super loose. If I don't draw a green source, I pretty much won't be able to do anything for the entire game. Though if I think this is a Lightning Bolt, I'd probably keep it, or like a Lightning Strike, because I'd have 2 cards to stall them with, and a Scryland, but with just 1 Scryland and no green sources, it's pretty bad. So I'm just gonna mulligan it into a pretty fine hand, actually. A green source is white source and 2 removal spells. That's pretty much what I want in this matchup. Don't know if I'm going to play the Satyr on turn 2, since it'll be my... since he's on the play. He might have a Hero of Erois in play. I'll go ahead and play the Temple of Plenty, because I have a mountain in my hand. Change the rocks. Keep that on top. I'm pretty much just going to keep any removal spells I have, because a lot of his deck is just either auras or creatures, and if he draws the auras and not the creatures, if I take out all the creatures, he won't be able to do anything with his like Titan Strength or whatever he's playing. Battle-wise Valor. Favored Hoplite turn 2, so it means he just drew it. I strongly doubt he's playing around the thingamajig. I think I'm gonna play Satyr here, and then if he pumps up his guy, I have 2 cards that just remove it from the board, so I don't need to like play into his God's Willing with like a Lightning Strike. I can just save it for a more important target than Favorite Hoplite. Like if he ordeals this, it's not that big a deal. He's thinking about doing something else, but I can't think of any other 1-mana spells that could be as like. Oh my gosh! He just cast God's Willing to pump his creature. I guess to kill my Voyaging Satyr. That seems pretty bad though. I don't think you trade God's Willing for Voyaging Satyr. I think that's a very poor trade. So I'm gonna enchant this mountain and exile his Favorite Hoplite. And then I'll play Temple Abandon. Pass turn. I could leave up in Lightning Strike this turn, but since I don't really have any threats in my board, I'd rather scry. Threats in my hand, I mean. Drawing Elspeth would be incredible. Eidolon of Countless Battles is not quite going to be enough. Though I'm tempted to let it resolve since I have Glare, and Courser's extremely good. Ooh, drew a card off of it too. And there's a Glare on top. So if he wants to do his cute ordeal into God's Willing thing, he can't even kill my Courser, so you'd have to have something like a Lightning Strike or another Eidolon. That's not gonna cut it. I'm just gonna Glare this, and the next one's gonna be a 2/2. I could do a Temple on top. I could Glare Bolt if I need to. So I'm gonna play my Temple. Oh man, an Elspeth. Elspeth is staying on top. Unfortunately, I can't cast it next turn, but that doesn't really matter. Let's not. Actually, yeah, I will. I was gonna. Let's say let's not disenchant that until after combat. But if he wants to block, I'll let him be my guest. Okay, I'm just gonna strike this now in case he God's Willings or something. I don't know. I honestly have no idea what he can do, but when he only has 1 card in hand and I have Elspeth on top of my library, I'm fine just trading 1 for 1, even if I'm not getting value out of it. So he's chaining my Courser, which I could Glare to get back, but I don't really need to, since I have a Planeswalker in my hand and another one on top of my library. He's in a pretty bad spot. I'm trying to think of how he pulls this one out. It's got to involve Stormbreath Dragon, I think, somehow. It takes 2 turns to kill Stormbreath Dragon with Elspeth, or the other way around. He could... No, he can't Bolt after he Stormbreaths, so he's just playing 1/1s. That's fine. 2/2s, excuse me. That counts as an aura to pump his Eidolon, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Okay, actually pretty sure I can play Stormbreath and Xenagos. So 4 plus 6 mana gives me 5 plus 3. I don't have enough to... I don't have enough to Monstrous the Stormbreath Dragon, but I do have enough to play it. So I will make some tokens, play Xenagos. Make Xenagos add a bunch of red mana. Empty my mana pool and just attack with everything that I can. He eats one of my tokens, but I don't really care. So favored Hoplite's not looking too good right now. He could enchant his Eidolon to make it irrelevant. Oh, that's kind of cute. That doesn't do near enough damage to kill me, but it is extremely cute. Is he gonna try and... He can't kill my Elspeth. So he's just... Maybe he has another Portent. That would make sense if he's another Portent. So it seems poor to... And depending on how he attacks. He could kill my Xenagos. He's just attacking me. So how do I want to do this? He's at 12, this does 7. Pretty sure I can kill him. If I make mana with this, that's what, 6 mana on board right now. To kill both his guys, makes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, that's 6 axes. Okay, so... Glare this guy. Chain that guy. It's a little more than Xaxi since I have an extra damage off Stormwrath Dragon. I don't actually need the chain to kill him. Add mana. Red mana, 6 red mana. Plus. And kill him. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Was that game 2 or 3? I don't remember. Okay, that was game 3. I didn't want to say good game after I only game 2, but I know I lost the first game really quickly, and the games 2 and 3 are very, very favored since you can just transition into a control deck. But what was I going to say about the Plurkinos? That's probably a little bit better than Mistcutter Hydra or Arbor Colossus. So let's try that. Or not try that since I still have to play rounds with Arbor Colossus, but yep, that's round 2, 2-0. It's pretty good. Still plenty of time to 0-2 and not cash this daily, but it's looking good so far. So I'm hoping that continues. I'll see you all in round 3.